Hi guys, get ready with me.
You always want to start with a clean canvas, so after you wash your face and do skincare, then I went in with my primer. For eyebrows, I just brush them up in the direction that I want them to lay, and then I'll go in with a clean spoolie to make the hairs go in the same direction. For filling, I go in really light. I just imagine if it was actually hair growing where I'm drawing. Then I just carve out the shape of my eyebrow with concealer. I sprayed a beauty blender with setting spray and then brought that concealer down all the way to my eyelid. For my eyeshadow, I'm using the Culture palette by Juvia's Place. I'm going to go in with the color Talking Drums, and I'm going to go into my crease and focus on the outer corner of my eyes. And then I went in with the color E-Jaw on the inner corners. For foundation, I use Morphe Filter Effect Soft Focus in the color Rich 26. Just don't forget to take your makeup all the way down to your neck when you're blending out your makeup. For this part, I like to use a brush instead of a beauty blender. I use Maybelline Fit Me for concealer in the shade 40. I go into my T-zone and then just underneath my cheekbone, but I go in super light with this. I don't want a super harsh line, but I still want that snatched look. I like to let that concealer dry for a little bit before I blend it. Perfect time for a dance break. And I'm going to spray my beauty blender again and blend. Contouring, I use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand in the shade Tan Deep. I go in on the hollows of my cheek, the top of my nose, and then right underneath my hairline. For this part, it's really important that when you're blending that you don't drag down, otherwise you'll bump into that line of concealer that you place right underneath your cheekbone. For my nose, I like to use a small brush to blend out my contour, and then I'll follow that with a beauty blender. And I'll just go over every place that I put concealer with my setting powder. I'll bake for a bit, and then again guys, with this part you don't want to drag your product outside of where you placed it. For me, it helps to pinch my brush so that I have more control over where I'm blending. Next, I'm going to go over all the places that I contoured with my Fenty Beauty bronzer. I'm using the shade Caramel Cutie for this part. For this look, I wanted to do an inverted eyeliner, so I went in with a pencil on my waterline, and then I just used a brush to smudge everything and drag out that wing. It wasn't dark enough for me, so then I went over that wing with the liquid eyeliner for a more dramatic effect. Next, I went in with my e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in the color Coral Crush. For this part, a little goes a long way. I lined my lips with a black liner, and then I sprayed everything with setting spray. For lashes, I personally like to use my fingers. I feel that I can get closer that way. If you don't feel comfortable getting that close to your eye, you can always use tweezers. I went in with some mascara on my bottom lashes, and then for my lipstick, I'm using Juvia's Place Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade Red Velvet. I love this lipstick, guys. It lasts so long. And here's the finished product. Let me know what you think.